All right, guys, what you're looking at right now is my 1977 4-speed Trans Am. Now, this car has been in our family for a while, but it has not ran in about 17 years. 2014 is the last time it was tagged. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start pulling stuff off of it. It's got like all kinds of stuff just sitting on it. Arrows. Oh, almost bow season. Our shop is very, very junky out here. There's a bunch of trot line. This is pretty cool right here. This is my collection of Robin Hoods that I did over the years. So, used to shoot competitive archery. And those with a recurve bow. Robin Hoods. Yeah, cool stuff for the mobile. All right, this is the car now, and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to push it out of here because I'm going to try to work on it out. I can't see in here. I cannot see in here, so we're going to try to push it out. It rolls. It rolls. All right. What do you need? We might ought to chalk it, chalk it, chalk it, chalk it. And there it is, guys. 1977 Trans Am, first time out of the barn in about 10 years. So, let's see if we can pop this hood. See what we got under here. Oh, wow, it popped. All right. I'm going to pull on that. There we go. Got it. There it is. The Trans Am engine from many years ago whenever we parked it. So it's been sitting here for years and years and years. It actually sat outside for 2 or 3 years, 4 years, and then it was moved into the garage. So it's had a rough life. Problem is it's got a hole in the shaker right there, and in that hole water can run through right into the breather. So I'm sure that wasn't good on it. Okay, I wanted to show you guys what's got going on here. You see that hole right there? So mice and everything else could get in there. Water got in there. It's a bad deal. It should have never happened, but it happened. So anyway, let's see if we can get to this thing. There we go. All right, we got it. Take that off. It's pretty interesting that everything was actually hooked up on this at one time. Now if I can get that off. Breather looks kind of crunchy. Yeah, kind of crunchy here, guys. Oh, kind of real crunchy. Okay. Not what you like to see in your breather, but it is what it is. Not what you want to see on your carburetor either. Dirt daubers all over it. And it is froze up. So I can tell you, this is not a plant. This is a true resurrection. I'm trying to keep that dirt out of the actual carburetor because I'd like this motor to run without ingesting a lot of dirt. It's not a round motor. Get it off all these moving parts here. So once upon a time, this was a super good carburetor, but that was once upon a time. It's a little muddy. It's a little muddy. It's got dirt daubers all over it. They kind of came to live here while, you know, it's sat around. You can't get to the, need to take a vacuum cleaner to it badly. And probably, as soon as I come back, I'll bring a vacuumer with me so I can do all that. But for right now, just put a little PB on it. Now, this is going to be a big deal right here. Will this move? And it does. It's actually squirted gas. The carburetor is still free. All right. Well, that's one huge thing right there. So let's do the next thing. All right, let's pull the dipstick and see what we got down in here. Hopefully no water. Man, it's way over full. And that's not a good sign. And down there at the base of it, it looks wet. It looks like it's got some water in it. So, yeah, it's got water in it. I figured it did sitting in the rain. All right, we're going to check and just see how exactly how full of water this is. Okay, the full mark is right there. And it looked like it's probably got at least a quart of water in it, from what I could tell. And it may have more. Yeah. It's probably got a quart and a half, 2 quarts of water in it. We're going to have to drain the water out of it. That's going to be one of the next things we end up doing, but I would really like to see if it's even freed up, or if we're even going to be able to use this engine. So I think that'll be the next thing I do, is try to see if I can get a bar on it. All right, what I'm going to try to do is get a bar on it now and see if we can turn it over. See if I can get down in here. I don't know if I can. Especially with as loose a breakover as this is. I'm going to go ahead and take the fan off, make it easier on myself. It's probably the ugliest Pontiac 400 motor I've ever seen. Alright, we got the nuts all off of it. Get that out of the way. Let's put that over here in the junk pile over here. Alright. Now we should be able to get this on there. Maybe. If it ain't packed with grease, which it appears to be. I think it's froze up too. So the crank appears to be packed with grease around it. Yeah. Dirt and grease keeping that socket from going on. Okay. Now maybe it'll go. It don't feel right, even though I know these are 15/16. It's still got a lot of grease around it. Okay. There we go. Moment of truth, guys. Since this engine is free or stuck, take your bets. Look at there. It's free. The engine is freed up. It'll run. It'll run, guys. All right, we decided to jack it up and change the oil. Since the motor's free, we're all excited now. Okay, jack it up. All right, up we go. All right, now we're going to play musical wrenches. I think we have a winner, 11/16. All right, let's see if we can get this out. It might be hard to get with one hand. Oh, there we go. All right, taking bets on how much water comes out of this. All right, here we go. No water dripping yet. I don't know. Usually there's water by now. There's the water. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ugh. That's some kind of nasty right there. And of course it fell right on my wrench. Ooh.
They want to drag.
That's nasty.
Still watering, or is it?
Still watering. That's a lot of water and oil. Oh, it stopped. Give me that screwdriver up there, brother. That flat that's laying up on the... It's plugged up. It's about the worst looking oil I've ever seen. Ever. In anything.
That's gotta be bad. We've had some good ones in the last 50 years.
I don't know, I think it might have had more water than oil. You know what's really bad is I brought really good oil to put in this thing, and I think I want to change the oil again real quick. like right away.
Yeah.
Now it's just straight water again.
Wow.
By looking at that oil, the next thing we need to do is see if this thing has any water left in it. Yeah, there's no sign of water in there. I'm going to have to assume that it all went into there.
Oh boy.
Well, let's see if we get anything out of the radiator. Just water, not green. It's a little green. Hey Kenny, give me something to catch some water in. All right, let's see what we got coming out of here. See what this is. All right, here's what came out of it. It does have some antifreeze in it. I don't know if it was enough to keep it from freezing. And if I have an antifreeze tester, I could test that and see if that was enough. All right, in the resurrection of this old GTO, or this Trans Am, sorry, GTO. I'm so used to GTOs. Anyway, in the resurrection of this Trans Am right here, we have decided, hey, let's start it. Make sure the clutch and the brakes work right. And then if we have to change the motor, we'll change the motor out. So we're getting ready to do that right now. All right, this thing's been sitting outside for just a couple of days now, and the rats have already started moving in again. So we're going to get this breather off of here, and we're going to see what we can do. Come on. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Did they drag that up in there too, I guess? That rag?
I thought you might have left it, but if you didn't, yeah, they did.
Yeah, buddy. That's new. Fresh green right there. Fresh green. It doesn't take those rats long to figure something out. Sticks and everything. It does not take one long. Alright, let's vacuum on some of it. Spiffy looking battery cord. All right, I've got the fan back on. I've got the drain plug back in. And what I'm getting ready to do as soon as I clean this funnel up right here is I'm actually going to pour diesel and oil into it at the same time. Alright guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get in here and see if I put a battery in it. We're going to see if the key will work. We're going to see if we can start it. See if the not start it, but we're going to see if the starter actually engages. And there's a gigantic rat in here with me. Gigantic. Contact. How awesome is that? All right. Let's put some oil and stuff in it. All right. What I've got here is I've got some good old Rotella. Put some of that in it. We're going to do a concoction. All right, now what I've actually got is I've got some diesel here. All right, I put in some diesel. We're going to put a little more oil in it. We'll find our dipstick and kind of put it in there. All right, guys. Let's pour a little gas in it and see if we can't get it to fire. Well, you know what they say about Coke adds life. So here we go. We got some gas in a Coke bottle. Pour it right down the vent. Some of it got in there. Pour a little bit down the gullet there. All right, let's see if we can get her to fire. If it does, that'll be the first time in many, many years. Contact. What do you think about that, guys? Many, many years. And it's running. And idle. Alright, let's let it work in that diesel, get it around in that pan a little bit. Get it all cleaned out. And we'll clean that stuff out and see her, and then put the oil in it. Alright guys, let's see what this diesel and oil and water and all that stuff looks like now. We only ran it for a few minutes, probably 3 or 4 maybe. So we're just going to kind of clean this out of here and see what we got. Yeah, buddy. Nice. Not really, but it is what it is. Still clumpy, but at least it's running this time. Probably take 2 or 3 oil changes. I probably need to buy at least 2 more oil filters for it. I've got one at home for it, or at least one at home. It's a lot of that water, and there's the clumpy stuff coming out of the bottom that it broke loose. Alright, we'll just let that stuff drain right out of there. We'll get another oil filter and we'll put that on here. We'll put some good fresh oil in it. We'll start it up. We'll put some water in it, and we will see what happens there. We might get lucky with this. Maybe. Alright guys, had to go get some coarse oil filter. Absolutely butchered this oil filter down here getting it off earlier. Oh, I mean, I tore that thing all up getting it out of there, but we got it out. So let me put this oil filter on and we're going to do some more stuff and we're going to get her running again. All right, nothing but the best. Got a Wix. Of course, this thing's going to be, it's not going to be on there very long because I'm going to be changing it out pretty soon. So I get this up in here. Okie dokie. Get on there. And this exhaust, we have to take it loose to get the filter on and off. So I've got to put it back up on there. Crank it up. Hopefully not break it off. And this is just going to get on there good and finger tight. That should work. Okay, got that one started. Now if I can find the other one. I think I've got it. All right, let's put that back in on the opposite side of the car, but easier than moving around it. I like that good dent in the oil pan right there. That's a good one. And I was going to show you something else that wasn't like this before. So it looks like we're going to end up getting a few patches in this. That's my carpet. That's happened since last time I drove it around many years ago. Self-tapper to the rescue right there. Well, you know, you try not to lose all faith in humanity, but at this point I don't have much faith in humanity. I had 3 1-gallon jugs of T4 15W40 Rotella, brand spanking new, and I set them against the cab of my truck, and there was actually a ratchet strap back there holding everything to where it wouldn't just fall out. In other words, I had a bunch of stuff behind it, sacks feed and everything else, so it couldn't slide out. Somebody, I guess while I was at that woods or this morning, somebody just walked up and took 3 gallons of oil out of the back of my truck. It's like $50 worth of oil, guys, or more. So here I go, back to town to buy more oil. Yep, lost all faith in humanity, I'm telling you. Not good. All right, I'm back with the exact same $48 worth of oil that I had whenever I left for this thing. All right, so let's put some oil in this car, start it up, and we'll put some water in it and everything. We'll see what's going on with it. These, I didn't show it earlier, but these battery cable ends, I had to rob off of one of these other cars out here. So anyway, you make do with what you have. So let's put some oil in this thing. Take this old shaker here off. All right, let's put some of this new oil in. Alright, Pontiac engines take 6 quarts of oil to fill up. And there's 4 quarts right here. So we'll take a jug and a half. I can hear the oil hitting that pan down there. I really hope this block is not busted like I initially still think. I'm getting ready to put some water in it. We'll see what happens. If it's broke, it's broke. We'll do something else, but man, it runs good for what it is. Alright, I'm going to sneak up on this oil level because I really want to know if it's getting water in the oil. So I'm going to put about, alright, that's about 5 quarts probably right there. I'm not going to put any water in it right now. I'm going to start it. I just want to circulate this oil around in it, and then we'll put water in it. Alright, we've got fresh oil in it. Let's start it up and listen to it a little bit. Appears to be running. Don't see any blow on. No blow by whatsoever. Oh boy, I hope this is good loaded. A couple of little exhaust ticks in it, but other than that, it sounds good. Well, looks good and clean. Not bad. Needs a little bit put in it. I'm going to let it drain down for a minute, and then I'm going to add some to it. Then I'm going to add water to it, and we're going to see how it does then. Alright, we've got the water, or the oil right at the full mark. So now we're going to put a little water in it. And make sure that doesn't get down into the engine, hopefully. If it does, we know we got a problem. It's telling me we're about full. It held about 2 gallons. Alright, let's start it up. Pull it right into the motor. Alright, we're full again. It is showing that it's got some antifreeze in it though. Don't see any leaking. Don't see any on the dipstick. We might have dodged a bullet, guys. The water pump's working perfectly. You can really see it flowing through there. Put some pressure on it a little bit. know you guys haven't probably not seen the interior of this car, but here's the interior. So I'm going to get in it and see if the clutch will work and the brakes. This is the inside of the car. It feels like I still have clutch. Well, there's reverse. Got brakes. Still have brakes. That's amazing. This old car has set forever. Didn't have brakes. I mean, wasn't running. Power steering still working. Alright, we probably need to change the rear end in this car. It's got a 273 rear end in it. Here we are driving it. First drive in forever. Block it up and we'll look under the hood again. Alright, I can hear a mist and see. I can see that there's a mist in it right now. What it sounds like to me is a lifter star for oil. I think I need to pull the valve cover and make sure we're getting oil up here, up top. Because it sure sounds like one starved. Alright, let's, well, I can tell you what I'm going to do. It's getting late. I'll come back tomorrow and we'll start working on these valve covers. Nah, screw that. I can't wait.
What'd you do, pop a free plug?
You're starting to pull it out now? No.
Oh no?
I'm trying to figure out what the noise is. Keep all the dirt from falling into it, maybe. We'll had them glued. Yeah, buddy. But it looks like they've all been, well, this one's not oiling right here. This one's not oiling. That's what was squeaking. All right. Right here, that was squeaking. So we got to make that oil. So let's see what we can do. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this out of here. I'm going to see Boy, that motor was rusty inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it sounded like, was a squeaker. Plugged. Alright, so we got a push rod that's plugged up. Of course, I got more push rods, so that ain't a problem.
That's what I was fixing to say.
Alright. Stick this down in there. Well, I knew it was a squeaking. Torque this to spec. Perfect. All right, let's start it up and see if we start getting oil through that. Not yet. It's not working, so let's pull this one off and see what we got going on over here. This one has a gasket on it. We have two not oiling over here. Center two, these two right here, this one and this one are not oiling. All right, so we'll look into them too. Well, I'm back out here at the Trans Am project, and I now remember why I am not, quit driving this thing. Yeah. So it has a cam going flat. The lobe is at the back over here. Looks like my rat has come back. I covered that up a little bit, and I haven't been here in 2 days right now, and my rat has come back. You see he started building a nest again in here. How nice of him to bring all these nice sticks and stuff in here. But anyway, under this valve cover right here, this rocker arm right back here, there's a cam lobe going flat. Anyway, you got to see the car driving around. I think I'm gonna end this one right here. Put out another one showing all that, because there's a lot of stuff going to happen here. So I'm going to end that. I drove it, got it running, cam lobe's flat, and let's see if we ever caught anything in our rat traps in here. We did not. So El Rato is still in here. Anyway, all right guys, till the next one.